It's a problem thousands of women deal with every day: unsightly spider and varicose veins. They're a beauty issue and also a health issue. Dr. Jeffrey Alpern is a cardiovascular surgeon, vein specialist, and founder of Vein Specialists of Arizona, and he's here with help. Good to see you.
Nice to see you again. Thank you.
Well, I think it's so fascinating, your background, because you're a noted cardiovascular surgeon, the first DO to perform a heart and heart-lung transplant in the world, and now you're specializing in vein treatment.
Right. Yeah, I found that I've been doing cardiovascular surgery for almost 30 years. And I've dealt with veins in the legs throughout that time. And what I found were patients were coming in with complications of venous disease: bleeding, blood clots, skin pigmentation, ulcer formation. And a lot of this was being not diagnosed, misdiagnosed, or not treated adequately. So a number of years ago, I made the transition from heart surgery to 100% vein practice. We created Vein Specialists of Arizona and assembled a team whose sole purpose is to diagnose, prevent, and treat vein disorders.
Yeah, and it happens again to so many women. A lot of women suffer from some degree of spider veins. Are they cosmetic, or is it something we should be worried about? I know we have some photos here to show you, and that way you can kind of see it for yourself kind of after it's been treated too. Tell me about these and what we're seeing.
Well, 50 to 55% of women and 40 to 45% of men in the United States have some kind of vein problems. It can be younger patients or older patients. And when someone has spider veins, it can be an indication of an underlying problem. And therefore, it's very important to determine, do they have an underlying problem, or can we just treat the spider veins? Because if we treat the spider veins alone and there's an underlying problem, they can go on and have other complications, and the spider veins will reoccur.
Yeah, and that's why it's important with your background too, to get a feel of these things. Let's talk about how you know there is a cause for concern. I mean, can you just look at someone, a visual screening?
Well, every patient that comes to Vein Specialists of Arizona undergoes a thorough history and physical examination. And you can determine whether or not a patient has vein problems, but you can't really determine where's the problem start and how severe it is. So every patient undergoes a venous duplex, which is really what you're seeing on the screen. It's a non-invasive test done with sound waves, standing in the office, and you can determine whether the valves, or these one-way doors as I call them, are working in the veins, returning blood back to the heart, as opposed to refluxing or going in the wrong direction, causing patients problems and symptoms.
What about the treatment options for spider veins provided by Vein Specialists of Arizona? Tell me about how you treat them.
All of our treatments are done in the office. Patients can drive themselves there and drive themselves home.
Oh, wow.
It's all done with local or no anesthesia. There's no incisions. So when we have spider veins, as you can see on the screen.
This is actual treatment right here that we're seeing.
I'm treating a patient in our office. What we're seeing is injecting a medication into the vein to essentially have the veins dissolve, and in a few days they'll disappear.
And we're seeing that right now. We also have some before and afters. So after you see this treatment, you're going to see a huge difference.
You see a remarkable difference, both with varicose veins and spider veins.
Wow, look at
and also
that.
Patients feel better, and you're preventing other medical problems from developing.
Now, if somebody feels like, you know what, I finally need to take that step, you have a free vein exam and an ultrasound that people can come in and do.
We do. All patients need to do right now is go to our website, veinsaz.com, and sign up for a monthly newsletter, and they'll be entitled to a vein screening.
All right, terrific. Again, all you have to do to get that special and more is to go to veinsaz.com or just call the number on your screen.